Welcome to video 5. And in this video, I'm going to be getting into basic SEO site setup. The advanced stuff is going to be in the affiliate section presented by Dan. He's going to be showing you some ninja stuff, how he sets up the sites to make over 100K a month. So this is to get the basics out of the way. Now, if you are even a veteran, watch this video because I can guarantee you're probably doing a lot of things wrong and you're going to see a lot in this video that is going to help you out. On top of that, if you're a total beginner, as in you've never put up a WordPress site before, you've never put up a website in general, you've never worked with WordPress, you've never installed a theme, you've never done any of that, what I have for you below is a total beginner's course I've made. It's something that's on SourceWave free of charge, and as you know, this is a pretty higher end course, so I really didn't want to charge you for how to set up a website, how to put in WordPress, how to do that. So I provide that all for free below this video as well, so you don't get lost in any of that mumbo jumbo. This right here is going to show you assuming that you already know how to set up a website, put stuff on pages, work the basic WordPress setup. So let's move on. The basic setup that I'm going to be showing you guys is what I like to call the 3-silo structure. Now, I have coined many silo structures in my day: the Dragon silo, the Ninja silo, the Dragonite silo, all sorts of stuff. What I'm going to be focusing on in this video is what you need to rank. The base, simple. You don't need to learn anything else. Honestly, you could also go and use the stuff in this to get to $100 a day very easily just in this first module. Okay, I want to give you everything you need to make money with right away. But what I'm going to be focusing on is the 3-silo structure. It's super simple. I'm going to be showing you 4 different structures to it based on your skill level. I'm going to show you how to understand skeleton rankings. I'm going to show you to optimize your meta tags, which is your title, URL, and description. I'm going to give you the keys to having a good page and basic plugins. Now, the 3-silo structure. I have 2 sites that just have this basic structure. I'm about to show you to do over $100 a day with this simple structure. You don't need an advanced, completely built out authority site to rank in Google and make money. You just don't. Okay? And there are way more complicated, guys. There are way more complicated ways to build sites, but this works. So if you're starting off and you're not an absolute veteran expert, start here. Don't go anywhere else. Don't learn anything else. Just start here and do this. It's so simple, and you want to start simple. Now, what I want to show you guys is what I consider a 3-silo structure. Now, this is the absolute basic. If you are brand new, stop here. All right? This is all you need to do. You don't need to go and build any advanced silos. You don't need to build out your site. If you aren't going to understand these things that I'm about to get into right here, this is all you need. This is all you need to start off with and start getting your wheels grinding. The most important thing with SEO is not getting everything right. It is getting stuff done. Okay? I guarantee you a lot of people don't make any money from SEO. They're busy trying to learn theory and do all sorts of gizmos and learn all sorts of fancy techniques when you can rank just fine with this. I've ranked plenty of sites just with this simple structure. So how our sites are going to work, guys, is we're not going to be trying to rank the homepage. A lot of SEOs will go out there and try to rank the homepage of their site. The issue with that is if your homepage is where all your link juice is going, your homepage is your main keyword, it's really easy, one, to really over-optimize it because you'll probably have your keyword in your URL if you're doing that. And 2, it doesn't look too realistic to Google. And 3, you can only rank your homepage for so many things. You want your link juice to be really going to inner pages of the site. I've always had a lot more success ranking inner pages of my websites. Now, when it also comes to your homepage as well, and some things that Dan might say contradict me. We do things a little bit differently, but I want you to see how 2 different types of SEOs do stuff. But I like to make the homepage of my site based around a brand name. So for example, my guitar site is named Shred Source. This one right here, the blood pressure site we're theoretically making, is going to be called bpninjas.com. And what I'm going to make the keyword is the site name, and this looks a lot natural to Google. And the other reason why I really like to do that is, say we have a brand name in our site, we can't go and work our keywords into that URL. So back in the day, I used to have a dating website. Let's just imagine the name was pickupgirls.com, whatever we want to name it. Now, if my main keyword was how to flirt with a girl, I couldn't really work that in to the main page. And so while our main page would rank really highly for how to flirt with a girl, it could never really take the top spot because we couldn't get the keyword in the URL. And so we had a big SEO disadvantage to the other people who are ranking for how to flirt with a girl. So I don't even try and rank the homepage for anything. Some people might disagree. That is what I think is personally best. And what I try and do is I rank the pages inside for these keywords. So this page is going to rank for Ornish diet. This page is going to rank for hypertension guidelines. This one's going to rank for blood pressure medication list. And that's what the niches these pages are going to focus on. If you're brand new, stop here, skip to the point in this video where I start talking about the pages, the key to having good pages and what to put on the pages themselves. Now, the next structure I have right here is the medium structure, and this is what 99% of you should do. Okay? If you are not in advanced SEO, this is what you should do. I'm following the same exact thing I covered in the last part of this video, but you can see I've created upward silos. You can see what I have going right here. And guys, one thing you're going to find out about silos is people have 1,001 different ways to build silos. It's a really thrown around term. There is no book or dictionary of SEO terminology and theory. This is just what I call silos. If you see somebody else calling something else a silo on a forum or somewhere else, they're not necessarily wrong. They just have different opinions on stuff. So keep that in mind. But you can see what I've done right here is I've added upward silos. So you can see what's going on right here. My home page links to my top rankers right here. These are the pages we're going to rank. Now, my bottom pages right here are just to add a little bit more, what's the word for it, content, a little bit more juice to the site, a little bit more credibility. So you can see what I've done right here is I've expanded the site out a little bit and made it a bit more meatier. Now, on these inner pages right here, I'm not going to be trying to rank these pages right here. What I'm trying to do with these pages is just add a little bit more buffer to the site. And what I've done right here is I make them about basic things. So diet tips and diet plans, they both link up to this page right here. So the diet plans page links to the diet tips page and links to the Ornish diet page. So just upward trend right there. And when you're linking to these pages from the home page or these pages right here, you want the link in the content of the pages, not the menu. Okay? Now, when we start going up, we do the same thing right here. Blood pressure tips and ways to stop hypertension. Link up the hypertension guidelines, generic med advice, and what is the best medication. Link up the blood pressure medication list. And what's going on here, guys, is if we've built links to any parts of the site, and what we want to do is we're going to be building a lot of links to other pages on the site. Okay, we're going to be building links to a lot of other pages on this site. We're going to build links to all the pages at the same time using some services and so forth. But what I want to happen, guys, is I want all link juice to at least end on these ranking pages. These are the pages where we're going to be getting traction. This is what we want showing up in Google. So guys, if we send a link to the home page, the link juice is going to get passed right here. Okay? Now, if we send a link to any of these pages right here, the link juice is going to get passed up right here. The link juice will get passed up right here. The link juice will get passed up right here. And that's how link juice flows around the site, guys. It follows the path of the links on the site to these top pages or whatever pages we link to. For example, if I change this link right here, and I change this link right here to go here, the link juice to this page would suddenly flow right here. The link juice to this page would suddenly flow right here and then back up to Ornish Diet. So it all kind of dead ends. It's not like the final page is the only page to get juice. It just means the juice transfers to the site, and there's diminishing returns as it goes through pages. Now, this is theory. This is what works best for me. Now, the final or second to last structure I'm going to show you is what I like to call the dragon structure. This is something I made popular a while back. If you don't understand this structure right here, you're having trouble wrapping your head around this one, go to the Facebook group, ask questions. But two, don't proceed anywhere past this. Do not try and do this because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's just a little bonus. You'll be able to rank just fine without doing this. You can see right here, this bottom page right here links to this page. And the reason why we do that is the juice also goes to this page right here. This is going to be, let's imagine this is our hardest keyword right here, blood pressure medication list. This is our hardest keyword where we want to send our bottom page's juice is to our hardest keyword. So we could send it right here. If Ornish Diet is our hardest keyword, we could send it right here. You see how that works? Any page that is not linking to this page right here, these bottom pages right here, we'll send to this page right here. So very, very simple structure, very simple on what works. Again, if you don't understand this kind of stuff, you don't understand how to put the links on the pages the right way and so forth, I provided some training below this that's 100% free that will explain this. I want to get you past the basic stuff as fast as possible, so I'm showing you just the stuff that works right now. All the other stuff I explain, all the other stuff that's being explained right here is linked below this video, so make sure that. Now, the ninja structure right here, and I'm going to be jumping through my site and showing you how this works, but you can see right here all the pages interlink. Now, what I want you to look at right here, take a screenshot of this if you want, but there's no really rhyme or reason how I'm linking these pages together. Of course, the basic silo I originally showed you is still there, but all the pages are interlinked in a way that makes the site look really natural. The thing that sticks out with a lot of SEO sites and makes them, I don't really think it gets them penalized, but makes them a little less authentic, is the juice is not being distributed to the whole entire site. It's really weird for a site to have a bunch of pages that don't interlink to each other. There's no news site or no big site online that does that. So if you go and just randomly interlink your pages together within the content, you're going to be able to give your site a little bit more authenticity. Now again, if you had trouble wrapping your head around those two things, if you're brand new, start this basic structure right here. Go build this out. Once you build it, start with the ranking stuff we're going to be getting into in the next videos. If you can wrap your head around that, wrap your head around this, start here. If you're advanced or a veteran, this is just some stuff that's really simple to do that you can get started with right away, and I've seen great results with just doing very basic SEO. All right, the next thing we're going to be diving into is meta optimization. Again, if you don't know what this is, be sure to go watch that quick beginner's course. It's essential to this. I'm just going to assume you know how to set your meta tags on your site for the remainder of this video. So meta optimization, it's not as important on supporting pages. The supporting pages are these bottom pages right here that we're not really going to try and rank. Where it is important is on your ranking pages. It's absolutely key. So let me show you how I set this up. What you want to do is you want to go grab your keyword and find the long tail versions of your keyword. For example, what a long tail is: best online guitar lessons, beginner online guitar lessons, electric online guitar lessons, top online guitar lessons. Then what we want to do is we want to find all the synonyms to it, aka top online guitar lessons, top online guitar training. We're basically saying the same thing in a different way. Now when Google looks at your metas, it doesn't completely look at the words in a certain order. It looks at the broad picture of what all the words say. It paints a picture. Well, you're going to find a lot with our linking when I show you this, and then with our optimization of our pages, Google really looks at the broad picture of it. What does the page say about everything that's going on? And if you're saying the same thing over and over, it's going to cause a penalty due to over-optimization straight up. Now let's say my keyword is online guitar lessons, and we have all that same data from before. My title of the page that I'm going to rank for online guitar lessons will be Best Beginner Online Guitar Lessons. What I'm doing is I'm working in as many possible keywords as I possibly can. It's absolutely crucial because we want to achieve broad rankings later on, and I'll explain that a little bit later in the videos. With that being said, it's absolutely essential. So what we want to do is achieve those broad rankings, and I'm going to try and work as many of these keywords as I can if possible into this right here. So I worked in best and beginner, and what Google's going to do is put the words together. It's going to see the keyword online guitar lessons, it's going to see the keyword beginner online guitar lessons, it's going to see the keyword best online guitar lessons, and it's going to see the keyword best beginner online guitar lessons. Makes me able to rank for a whole lot more keywords, makes my page a lot more, what's the word for it, diverse. Now for my URL, I'm going to make the keyword, and I didn't do this, you can see I even break some of my own rules, guys, but this is the best practice right here. I'm going to make my URL of the page acoustic online guitar training. Worked in the word guitar training, worked in the word acoustic, we can add that up there. Description: get the top electric guitar lessons online. I have the main keyword just in a different order. I worked in the word electric, I worked in the word top right here, and see our lesson reviews. Say I wanted to rank for some reviews and stuff like that, and Google will see online guitar lessons reviews. Okay, we'll see all that right there. So very, very simple way of doing that. Now if we're doing it on the blood pressure site, keyword hypertension guidelines, long tail, best hypertension guidelines. Hypertension guidelines for African Americans. Something that popped up in there. It's nothing to do with race or anything. It's just something that popped up in the keyword, gets good search volume. Right here, diet hypertension guidelines. Synonyms to it: hypertension tips, hypertension education, high blood pressure guide. So if we want to go in and work this in, title: best hypertension diet guidelines for African Americans. Ranking for as many things as possible. Does our page necessarily have to be about that? No, but we get as many keywords as we can in there possible, so our page can rank for as many searches as possible. URL: spreadsource.net/guidelines for hypertension and high blood pressure. Boom, worked in a bunch of keywords right there. Description: find the top diet guidelines for high blood pressure. I basically take all these and I sprinkle them throughout the whole entire meta optimization of the site. Now the keys to good pages, and the first thing I want to explain to you really quickly is skeleton pages. Okay, skeleton pages. Now what I see a lot of SEOs do is they'll go out there and build out an entire site, set their about, set their privacy, put really good content on there, put all their banner ads up, set up all their affiliate links, set up all that crazy stuff, make the site absolutely beautiful. It never ranks. Never ranks. What I'm going to tell you to put on your site right now is the absolute max you need to put on it until you're ranking on the second page. If you're putting anything else on it, you're wasting a lot of your time, and you're trying to rank something before it can even rank. Okay, you don't know if it's going to rank. Following our guidelines, it will rank if you follow our guidelines on how to pick up the right sites and so forth. With that being said, if you want it to rank, you're going to need to do things a little bit better right here. You're going to need to not build out the whole entire site right away. So what we want to put on every single page is 300 to 500 word articles. And you can get them from iWriter. I'll even show you the site here in a second. You want to put a relevant YouTube video on the page. You want to put links to an authority site, for example, like Wikipedia. Just link out to a page about, if your site's about blood pressure, link out to a Wikipedia page about blood pressure. And then relevant keyword packing. Let me show you what this means. Okay, the first thing I want to show you just about how important the content is. You can see here's the description. You can see the description right here. My site showing up for that. But it's really cool if you change the keyword right here, electric online guitar lessons. Look at how the content changes. Google looks at the content pages and heavily ranks pages based on it. So let's go look at this page real quick. Now, what you want to do, we want to go back to the keyword tool. Remember when I was in the keyword tool and we had a billion different keywords right here. We have all these keywords right here. Now, some of these keywords are not big enough to make a page after. We don't want to do that. But what you want to do is write all these keywords down. HAA, nice hypertension, Canadian, latest, guidelines, management guidelines, and you want to work them into the page. As you go through the page right here, hey, my name is Becker, planned guitar lessons, most novice guitarist, free guitar lessons. You can see right here in the top, I have best online electric guitar lessons. And as you go through my article, I'm constantly working in words, never touched a guitar before beginner, super advanced training, do electric acoustic guitar, country shredding. I find all those keywords and I find ways to mix them into my article. I want to have at least 100 different keywords that I find in the keyword tool on my pages. So when I'm going out there, I'll go to iWriter to have an article written for me. Just go to Google, type in iWriter. They create an article for you for $5, $7 that's in English that everyone can read. And what I'll do is I'll go through really quickly and just, whether you're a beginner or simply want to hone your guitar playing skills, online guitar lessons gain popularity, and what I'll do is just keep working in the keywords in there naturally. I won't say online guitar lessons a billion times, but I'll have learn how to play guitar, same exact keyword. And this, what this does is paint a big, broad picture to Google, and I'm going to get into this big time in later videos in this module, but this is very important. Now, to get your articles created, you're going to go to this, iWriter article writing service. I'm not going to explain how to do this. It's really, really easy. You get content, you give them the keywords, they fill it out for you. Okay, it's really easy. You just register, you give them the keywords. It's very self-explanatory. If you need to learn how to use it, they have help sections. I don't want to waste your time teaching you tutorials that already exist online. So very, very simple, and that's where I get the content from 9 out of 10 times. Now, if you don't want to spend any money, feel free to write a 300-word article. It doesn't have to be a great article. It doesn't have to be a bibliography on how everything is going to work. What I do suggest an article, write it 300 words. Make sure it is mostly grammatically correct. Okay, Google looks at grammar on some things. It doesn't want to show up an article that has 1,000 misspellings in it. And that's it. Very, very, very simple. Now, the grammatical correct part, that's theory, but I personally believe that Google looks at those kind of things. You don't want an article that's up there like, I use great guitar player. You don't want that in there. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint. So what I'll do is I'll place a YouTube video. You can see on my site right here, if we go back, you can see I have a relevant YouTube video right here. And if you go through the page, we have links to Jamplay right there. And we also have links to Wikipedia, I believe, right here. You can see how simple it is. And when I showed you guys how to place links in content, you can see this page right here links back to the home page. I'm doing a slightly different silo design right here. Doesn't really matter, but you can see right here, I'm also interlinking to other pages on my site. When I'm talking about metal guitar training, I link to a page about metal guitar training. Now, you can also see on this page right here, I only have a YouTube video and it links to another page on my site, naturally, guitar backing tracks. So you can see I am following the exact same pattern right here. This site is absolutely horrible. It makes me well over $100 a day. Okay, very, very, very simple. Now, last thing I want to touch on with is basic plugins and themes. This doesn't really matter. Okay, don't overthink this. For on-page SEO, I use the all-in-one SEO pack. For a theme, anything but the base WordPress theme works great. Especially if you're starting, don't worry about this stuff. It is pure mental masturbation. It is not going to, it is the 1%, is the 10% that is not going to stop you. Okay, 90% of everything you need to get there, I just covered in the video. This is the 10% that is just erroneous stuff that will not really slow you down. The main point is you get stuff done. So the theme, anything but the base theme works. Okay, don't pick a theme where there's tons of links all over it linking back to the creator's site. I'll show you how to deal with that a little bit later on, but it doesn't matter right now. Just pick any theme, use on-page all-in-one SEO pack, or use one of the billion other plugins you're going to find out there that allow you to optimize your site. And we're going to get more into this kind of stuff and this more advanced optimization in the advanced section. Most important, just make a site and do your best starting off. Okay, if you're watching these videos right now, you're probably maybe from the $0 a day to $50 a day range. Make a site and do your best. The most important thing you do right now, after this video, after you watch this module, or as soon as you get tired of hearing my voice, go out there, make a site, put what I just taught you into action immediately without focusing on doing it right. Okay, worst case scenario, your first site might not rank. Your second, third site might not do too well. But you're going to get to that fifth site that's going to make you money much faster. So we're going to hop into the next video where we start talking about creating our first backlinks and making sure the backlinks are built the best possible way. I'm going to explain what backlinks are, how we create them, and the most simplest backlinks